The new swipe-in system eliminates the need for riders to refill at kiosks. Instead, just hook your credit or debit card up to Apple or Google Pay, tap, and go. We just finished Ironman. 1 down, 21 more to go. I'm heading back in. A college gymnast who captivated the nation with her perfect floor routine has done it again. UCLA's Caitlin Ohashi scored a perfect 10 at the Pac-12 Conference Championships over the weekend with a new version of her routine that went viral in January. Where I'm standing now is an area part of Mayor de Blasio's plan to extend the shoreline 2 city blocks out into the East River. One of the biggest issues amongst the protesters is the fact that there's only one attorney in the source of income unit. Instead of egg hunts and chocolate rabbits, New Yorkers woke up to MTA fare hikes on Easter Sunday. The only outdoor space for inmates is at the top of this facility. And prosecutors say they fear the drug lord's attempt at a Hollywood-style helicopter escape. The FCC is now saying robocallers are specifically targeting New Yorkers and leaving as many missed calls as possible in hopes of getting at least one call back and a big payout. Local politicians and many New York City residents are championing Amazon's decision, saying HQ2 would push low-income earners out of the area just behind me. We're at the Alamo Drafthouse Theater in Brooklyn, one of just 12 movie theaters in North America, screening all 22 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this pass gets you in.
Enjoy!
Brooklyn's Alamo Drafthouse was one of a dozen theaters in North America to screen every movie in Marvel's Cinematic Universe. A 22-movie marathon that brought Richie Zampetti up from Florida.
It's like going to Woodstock for Marvel.
It's this local couple's first movie marathon.
It's like watching 10 years of your life condensed into a few days.
To train for watching nearly 3 days of Marvel movies in a theater, Sam Che spent the same amount of time watching from his couch. Because, well, endurance matters, and so does having the right supplies. Each guest gets a blanket and a comfort pack complete with breath mints, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and wet wipes. Because after all, 56 hours is a long time. Between movies, fans were given breaks to stretch their legs or get some fresh air, while fans helped cleaning crews freshen the theater, which was fully staffed 24/7. Popcorn is free, but there's also a full restaurant menu, and that means head chef Xavier and an entire kitchen staff serving food all day and all night. We just finished Ironman. 1 down, 21 more to go. I'm heading back in. In 11 years, those 21 movies that make up the Marvel Cinematic Universe have grossed more than any other film franchise, totaling more than $18.5 billion. The release of Avengers Endgame could push global earnings over $20 billion by this weekend. Of course, being cooped up in a theater most of the day makes it hard to keep track of everything else happening in the world. The screening of Thor and Captain America coincided with Philadelphia, Portland, and Toronto all advancing in the NBA playoffs. Spider-Man was on the screen when Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin held their historic summit.
I wrote at the time.
And when Joe Biden announced he was running for president, fans were enjoying Black Panther.
The Black Panther lives.
Which Time magazine ranked as Marvel's best of all time. Reviews for the final Avengers film call it a thrilling, time-twisting conclusion, an emotional wipeout, and a fitting send-off.
Whatever it takes.
Praise from this crowd was just as sweet. After 56 hours, just under 100 hardcore Avengers fans are still filing out from the premiere of Avengers Endgame. And as they're leaving, a whole new crowd is coming in, and let's hope they have their tickets because it's all sold out. Nearly 100 people gathered outside New York City Hall to fight for the end of rental housing discrimination. The protest comes just 1 week after City Comptroller Scott Stringer placed the Department of Homeless Services on the agency watch list for overspending. Yet thousands of homeless and low-income New York residents hold housing vouchers. Vouchers that assist with paying rent. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, once renters find an eligible home, the voucher is used as a subsidy paid directly to landlords by public housing agencies. The family then pays the difference out of pocket between the rent charged and the subsidized amount. In 2008, then council member Bill de Blasio made it illegal for New York City landlords whose buildings qualify for the voucher program, to deny residents based on income and source of income. But attorney Armen Merjan says the discrimination is still happening.
Every single day, on every street corner in New York, folks are suffering from this form of discrimination.
Although the laws are in place, lack of manpower is stopping enforcement. The Source of Income unit within the City Commission on Human Rights is specifically tasked with helping those who face income discrimination. But with only 5 employees, it's nearly impossible to stop all inequality.
There's only one attorney in the Source of Income unit, and that one attorney is handling over 400 cases.
Adding to their budget can serve as a fix.
$410,000 needs to be added to the city budget in order to pay for more lawyers for the Civil Rights Division.
More lawyers mean a step towards enforcing a law that was passed in the city over a decade ago. It also means more housing discrimination cases will be noticed, allowing homeless and low-income earners to take action against landlords at no cost. Gwendolyn Tucker says giving more space to new affordable housing units is another solution.
There's enough buildings that they're building. Why can't we have a couple of them?
There's only a few more weeks until the budget for the next fiscal year is adopted into action. Until then, advocacy groups and protesters say they'll continue to make sure their voices are heard. In Lower Manhattan, Sophia Perricone.